Your doctor ran your thyroid test. TSH came back normal. You were told everything is fine, but you are still exhausted. Still gaining weight despite eating correctly. Still cold when everyone else is comfortable. Still foggy. Still losing hair, and you have been told it is not your thyroid. Here is the problem with that answer: the standard TSH test is the only thyroid test most doctors run. And it misses a significant portion of thyroid dysfunction, including the most common thyroid condition in America. Your numbers can be perfectly within range while your thyroid functions at a fraction of optimal. This is video 8 in our series. We have covered liver damage, insulin resistance, the blood tests your doctor never orders, and cortisol. This is the final hormone in the system, and for many people it is the missing piece that explains everything the other protocols could not fully fix. Let me explain exactly what your thyroid does, because most people have no idea how central this gland is to every function in the body. Your thyroid is a small butterfly-shaped gland at the base of your throat. It produces two primary hormones, T4 and T3. T4 is the inactive storage form. T3 is the active form that actually powers your cells. Every single cell in your body has T3 receptors. Your heart rate, your body temperature, your metabolism, your brain speed, your digestion, your mood. All of it runs on T3. When T3 is adequate, your metabolism runs efficiently. You maintain healthy weight. Your brain is sharp. Your body temperature is stable. You have consistent energy. When T3 is insufficient, everything slows down simultaneously. Your metabolism drops. Fat accumulates. Brain function declines. Body temperature falls. Energy collapses. Hair thins. Skin dries. Constipation develops. Depression appears. This slowdown happens gradually over months or years. So gradually that most people adapt to feeling progressively worse and begin to believe this is simply who they are now. It is not who you are. It is what your thyroid is doing. Now here is the critical problem with standard thyroid testing. Most doctors order one test, TSH. Thyroid stimulating hormone. TSH is produced by your pituitary gland, not your thyroid. It is a signal sent to your thyroid asking it to produce more hormone. When TSH is high, your pituitary is screaming for more thyroid hormone. When TSH is low, production seems adequate. The normal TSH range used by most laboratories is between 0.5 and 4.5. This is a broad range established from population averages, not from optimal health data. Here is what that test does not tell you. It does not tell you how much T4 your thyroid is actually producing. It does not tell you how efficiently your body converts T4 into the active T3. It does not tell you whether reverse T3, an inactive blocking form, is accumulating and blocking your T3 receptors. And it does not test for thyroid antibodies, the marker that reveals whether your immune system is attacking your own thyroid gland. This last point is critical. Hashimoto's thyroiditis, an autoimmune condition where the immune system gradually destroys the thyroid, affects an estimated 14 million Americans. It is the most common cause of hypothyroidism in developed countries. And it can be present for years, silently destroying thyroid tissue, while TSH remains completely normal. 10% of people with normal thyroid lab results test positive for thyroid antibodies. Meaning the attack has already started. The TSH does not know yet. Did you know that over 80% of people watching this channel are not subscribed? This is video 8, the final hormone in the series. Every video in this series connects. Everything we covered about insulin, cortisol, and the liver, it all interacts with thyroid function. Missing this piece means the entire system runs incomplete. Hit subscribe right now. It takes 1 second. It costs you nothing. And the next video covers the complete protocol for all 4 systems together, the integrated approach that makes everything work simultaneously. Subscribe. Then let me give you the complete thyroid picture, the 4 tests your doctor should be running, but almost never does. Test 1. Free T3. This is the active thyroid hormone that actually powers your cells. Most doctors never test it. A normal TSH with low free T3 means your body is failing to convert inactive T4 into the usable T3 your cells need. This conversion happens primarily in the liver, which is why the liver work we did in videos 1 through 3 directly affects thyroid function. Optimal free T3, upper third of the reference range, typically above 3.2 picograms per milliliter. Many people with persistent symptoms have free T3 in the lower half of the range, technically normal, functionally insufficient. Test 2. Free T4. This is the inactive storage form produced directly by the thyroid gland. Low free T4 combined with high TSH indicates the thyroid is simply not producing enough hormone. Normal free T4 with normal TSH but low free T3 indicates a conversion problem. The hormone is being produced but not activated. Test 3. Reverse T3. When your body is under chronic stress, elevated cortisol, which we covered in the last video, it converts T4 into reverse T3 rather than active T3. Reverse T3 occupies your T3 receptors without activating them, essentially blocking the active hormone from reaching your cells. This is why chronically stressed people develop thyroid symptoms despite normal TSH. The cortisol connection we covered in video 7 directly creates thyroid dysfunction through this pathway. Optimal reverse T3, below 15 nanograms per deciliter. Elevated reverse T3 with normal TSH is one of the most commonly missed metabolic patterns in functional medicine. Test 4. TPO antibodies and thyroglobulin antibodies. These are the markers for Hashimoto's thyroiditis, the autoimmune attack on the thyroid. A positive antibody test with normal TSH means the attack has started but has not yet impaired hormone production enough to show up in TSH. Catching Hashimoto's at this stage is critical, because the immune attack is progressive and inflammatory. Early dietary intervention can significantly slow the progression. Now the 8 signs that your thyroid is underperforming, whether or not your TSH is normal. Sign 1. Persistent fatigue that is not resolved by sleep. You sleep 8 hours and wake exhausted. This is the most common and most dismissed thyroid symptom. Sign 2. Unexplained weight gain or inability to lose weight despite caloric restriction and exercise. When T3 is low, your metabolism slows and your body temperature drops, making fat loss nearly impossible regardless of effort. Sign 3. Cold intolerance. You are cold when others are comfortable. Your hands and feet are consistently cold. Your body temperature runs below 98.6 degrees consistently. Sign 4. Brain fog and slow thinking. T3 directly powers neurological function. Low T3 slows nerve conduction, producing the sensation of thinking through thick mud. Sign 5. Hair loss or thinning. Thyroid hormones are essential for hair follicle cycling. Low T3 causes diffuse hair thinning, particularly notable at the outer third of the eyebrows, the most specific physical sign of hypothyroidism. Sign 6. Constipation that does not respond to dietary changes. Thyroid hormones regulate gut motility. Low T3 slows the entire digestive system. Sign 7. Depression or low mood without a clear psychological cause. T3 directly influences serotonin production. Many people diagnosed with depression actually have undetected thyroid dysfunction as the primary driver. Sign 8. Dry skin, brittle nails, and puffy face, especially around the eyes in the morning. These are classic signs of reduced cellular metabolism caused by insufficient T3. Count your signs. 3 or more. Your thyroid warrants comprehensive testing beyond TSH. Now what you can actually do, beginning today, regardless of where your lab results stand. Step 1. Ask your doctor for a complete thyroid panel. Not just TSH. You want free T3, free T4, reverse T3, TPO antibodies, and thyroglobulin antibodies. If your doctor refuses, and some will, use direct lab testing services. In most U.S. states you can order your own blood work through services like Ulta Lab Tests or request a test for between $80 and $150 for the complete panel. Step 2. Address the conversion problem with selenium. The enzyme that converts T4 to T3 is called deiodinase. It requires selenium to function. Selenium deficiency, which is extremely common, directly impairs T4 to T3 conversion. Brazil nuts are the richest food source. 2 to 3 Brazil nuts daily provide the optimal selenium dose. Supplemental selenium, 200 micrograms of selenomethionine, is the clinical dose used in thyroid conversion studies. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology showed that selenium supplementation in people with Hashimoto's antibodies reduced TPO antibody levels by an average of 49% in 3 months. Step 3. Address the cortisol-thyroid connection. High cortisol directly drives T4 into reverse T3 rather than active T3, creating functional hypothyroidism even when the thyroid gland itself is producing normally. This is why the cortisol protocol from video 7 is not separate from thyroid support. Morning light exposure, caffeine cutoff after noon, blue light elimination, and magnesium glycinate directly improve thyroid hormone activation by reducing the cortisol that blocks it. Step 4. Address the gut-thyroid axis. Approximately 20% of T4 to T3 conversion happens in the gut, specifically through bacteria that produce an enzyme called intestinal sulfatase. Gut dysbiosis, an imbalanced gut microbiome, directly impairs thyroid hormone conversion. Fermented foods, kimchi, sauerkraut, kefir, and a high-fiber diet support the gut bacteria responsible for this conversion. This is also why chronic antibiotic use often triggers thyroid symptoms. Step 5. Eliminate the specific foods that interfere with thyroid function. Gluten. Multiple studies show a significant association between Hashimoto's thyroiditis and gluten sensitivity. The protein structure of gluten is similar enough to thyroid tissue that an immune response to gluten can cross-react with thyroid tissue in genetically susceptible individuals. A strict gluten-free trial of 60 days is the most reliable way to determine if gluten is driving your thyroid inflammation. Excessive raw cruciferous vegetables. Broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and Brussels sprouts contain compounds called goitrogens that can interfere with thyroid hormone production when consumed raw in large quantities. Cooking eliminates the majority of goitrogenic activity. If you consume large amounts of raw green smoothies, this may be relevant. Here is the complete picture of what this series has built. Video 1 through 3, you repaired your liver. The liver is the primary site of T4 to T3 conversion. A healthy liver means more active thyroid hormone reaching your cells. Video 4 and 5, you identified and began addressing insulin resistance. Insulin resistance impairs thyroid hormone receptor sensitivity, meaning even adequate T3 cannot fully activate your cells. Video 6, you fixed the insulin protocol. Stable blood sugar reduces the metabolic stress that drives thyroid dysfunction. Video 7, you addressed cortisol. High cortisol drives reverse T3 accumulation, the primary blocker of thyroid function. Video 8, this video, you now understand the complete thyroid picture and have the specific tests and interventions to address it. These are not 4 separate systems. They are one system. And now you have the complete map. In the next video, I am bringing all 4 systems together into a single integrated protocol. The master plan that addresses liver, insulin, cortisol, and thyroid simultaneously, with specific daily habits, a weekly structure, and the timeline for when to expect measurable results in each system. Comment below, how many of the 8 thyroid signs apply to you? And have you ever had anything beyond TSH tested? Write yes or no. If you know someone who has been told their thyroid is normal but still feels wrong, send them this video. Normal TSH is not the same as optimal thyroid function, and the difference could explain everything they have been unable to fix. General educational content only. Always consult your physician before changing your health regimen or supplement routine. See you in the next one.